That's where the anti-Semitism that we see today is really coming from.
Well, that's a great segue. I'd like to show one of the videos that you did, and it's speaking to the point of what you're talking about. Does New York have an anti-Semitism problem?
Well, there's been an explosion of anti-Semitic violence going on.
Jewish community in Brooklyn calling for action today after a sharp increase in anti-Semitic attacks.
They are the hits that keep on coming. Real hits, brutal attacks against Jews in New York City.
There were at least 10 anti-Semitic attacks in the city last week.
Another anti-Semitic attack in Brooklyn.
I came here to find out what the hell is going on. There's been a deluge of anti-Semitic attacks in Brooklyn over the last couple of weeks, committed exclusively by members of the Black community. Over the course of 2 hours, we spoke with local residents as to why they think African Americans in Brooklyn might be attacking Jews. What's going on? What do you think is going on?
You know what I think is going on? Because it seems like I'm not being a racist or anti-Semitic, but
whenever someone starts with, "I'm not anti-Semitic, but," you know, whatever comes next, it's not going to be good.
it seems like the Jewish people own all the buildings out here, and they own everything, and they're not sharing nothing.
They own everything. They're coming over here. They're taking over, but they're not renting it back to us. See, they're kicking us out.
And I don't want to go back to World War II with Hitler and all that. But
also, when you say Hitler and "but" in the same sentence, that's never good.
It seems like they own all the property, and they don't even try to help us.
We're not saying that it's right, but they trying to take over our buildings and stuff. They trying to make everything more expensive for us.
And Jewish is known to be rich for Brooklyn.
Right.
So, you know, of course, you know.
Is that a reason why you think the attacks are happening?
That is why the attacks are happening.
The have and have not.
Right.
That doesn't mean that's the majority thought over here. Not everybody in this neighborhood has a problem with Jews. I really think you're insulting African Americans by being in this neighborhood and asking that question.
The blacks are doing this to the Jews just to get by. It's not right, man. It's not right.
I taught my children love. Love conquers all. They're controlling all the jobs, the economic growth in the community.
Coming from their country
they not building
into our country, and they trying to change up our country to how they live.
They're going to get the money from here, and they're going to send the money to the country. So
Which country?
Good.
Not in which country?
Not in the United States.
That's not their country.
No.
So you think the Jews here are not really American?
They not.
So black people would have reason to attack Jews.
I wouldn't say they have reason to, but it is understandable because everybody taking from us.
An amazing piece, Ami. And how do you think that plays with the left and what you were talking about? Is it an extension? Is it being promulgated by the left?
Yeah, it's being taught, unfortunately, to the Black community by the left. That, again, that this notion of intersectionality, that the Jews are all rich, the Jews are all powerful, and therefore they're the ones who are oppressing you. Now, I want to make clear that I'm not saying this is the majority view among Black people. I don't think that it is. But we'd be lying to ourselves if we didn't say there was an anti-Semitic problem in the Black community. And I'll give you an example. So I recently, I'm doing an expose on Black Lives Matter. And while meeting with I'm not gonna say her name, but one of the senior people in the organization, and I asked her, I said, "Are Jews your oppressors?" And she said, "Absolutely. Absolutely. The Jews are using money to keep us down." When I said, you know, the attacks that happened in Brooklyn when they were attacking Jews on the street, what do you think about that? And she said, "I understand why they're doing that. I get it." And this is their leadership, okay? Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton is a leader in the Black community. It's a show on MSNBC. This is a man who was the only person in history to start an American pogrom, okay? The only American pogrom in American history was started by a man who has a leadership role in the Black community and a man who has a show on a major cable network. This is a problem. And if we don't be honest about the problem, we're never going to solve it.